Yo. So after many people, and I mean many people, asked how the fuck my visualizers look so thick and juicy, sadly more people asked for that than for my actual beats, I decided to do a quick rundown on what's needed and how to implement it. Shout out to Energy Never Dies at this point. But wait, why would you do a visualizer in the first place? Many will probably say things like,
I've seen many producers popping without uploading their beats, only with a picture doing nothing, getting thousands of streams. And many producers don't even upload to YouTube.
okay, look, your beats are trash and so are mine. That's why you're here, because no one wants to listen to your beat if it's not looking thick. Elsewise, the market for producers is extremely saturated, so you kinda have to go the extra mile to show that you're on some professional shit. So let's get into the rundown. The first thing you need is After Effects. Just get it from Adobe, buy the Creative Cloud license, or get it from some Indian guy on YouTube. Then you need sound keys from Trapcode and Saber from Video Copilot. I believe both of them are free, so go for it. And if they're not free, there are many ways to replicate the effects without using the paid versions. And remember, it has to look thick. First off, let's analyze what elements are going on before opening up the After Effects project. So, we have a picture of something. In this case it's Mickey Mouse. And remember, it has to be thick. It's moving to the lows of the beat, and it's moving constantly. Because you always need to remember, rappers have an extreme form of ADHD. So you have to keep their attention with moving objects. Secondly, we have a player bar below, and it has a timer that goes up, and it has a spectrum visualizer, so rappers not just hear and feel your beat being thick, they also see it being thick on the lows. And lastly, we have particles. You barely see them in the end, but they are there, and particles always look great. Particles everywhere. And overall, over the whole composition, we have a glitch effect, which reacts to the kick and the low sounds, the bass basically. A lens effect and an exposure whenever the snare hits, so the visualizer's getting a little bit brighter every time the snare hits or something in the highs gets smacking. As some extras, I have made like a little animation, produced by Lucky. It goes in the top left corner. We have a subscribe button animation, which I took from TubeBuddy, because with my premium subscription I get a ton of animations and packs for free. And we have a link down below animation, which is from the same pack. And quick excursus. So studies said that reminding your viewers to subscribe and click links in the description actually brings them to click the subscribe button, even if you think it's a little bit too much in their face and a little bit jerky to always ask for subscriptions, comments, likes and stuff. Quick addition I added after recording the voiceover. I came up with this idea of a box in the top right corner which displays randomly generated words, so rappers instantly have an inspiration to start freestyling. Get yourself a word list with about 150 words. Create a text object and then just paste in this code in the expression section and set the words you have separated by commas as the layer name. Then just animate it in a sweet way and you're done. Okay, let's open up the project file. If you look at the visualizer, it is very, very messy. That's why I'm not going to upload the template, because it's just fucked up. Okay, so first off, sound keys gives us keyframes for the lows after using our beat as the audio source. Meaning, basically the kick and 808 are getting displayed as keyframes. So from there on, we can put those keyframes and link it to everywhere we want. That there are free copies of it has a reason, I will go into it later. But for now, in there we have a text, which is the beat name of course, and it only has a drop shadow, so nothing much. So the player consists of the time, and it has particles, which are barely visible but made with CC Snowfall, which is a native After Effects plugin. It has an expression to the speed, so whenever the lows hit, particles get like a little bit faster. And the spectrum itself is divided into a line and the actual spectrum. And also the spectrum is a native After Effects plugin and works if you use a copy of your beat as an audio layer inside that composition. Okay, let's get into the background. So the background has a layer with particles on it and the same expression for the speed as before. I always change like the color of the particles, but I think it's up to you. The picture we have here, Mickey Mouse, should be a PNG, so you can auto trace the image and copy the mask over to a different solid where you can then apply the saber effect. Things like a drop shadow and stuff are only for the taste. So for example here, I added the expression to the softness so it emphasizes the motion of the picture coming forward when the bass hits. So the last thing we need here is a colored background. In this case it's like only yellow because Mickey Mouse has a yellow top and it kind of fits. Overall the background has a vignette filter on it. which is also responding to the lows, as well as a wiggle randomizer and an exposure knob responding to the highs. So that's where the movement comes from whenever the kicks hit. So it's the whole picture moving instead of just the logo. And as you might have noticed, I worked a long time on this visualizer, so there are many abandoned ideas and stuff I'm not using right now or will never use. So let's talk about the 3 copies I made of the full composition. They are split into RGB colors, so each layer only displays red, blue or green colors. This gives me the possibility to only move the red layer to give us a glitch effect, so we only have to use a wiggle expression again. So that's it. That's the full rundown of my visualizer, what I think looks pretty solid, because it also fits Instagram IGTV format and can easily be transformed to handheld. If you watched